The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-445-1044. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon from TFNN. Welcome to the July 12th, terrific Thursday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And, of course, the easiest way to do that, it's to always remember that life happens for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Today, you and I, we get to go check out the circumstance of these markets. We get to go figure out what the bulls and the bears, what the buyers and the sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here, and more importantly, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone, dial on in, 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, let those fingers do the walking. You can always send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question, and, of course, inside the Tiger's Den. Well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on a terrific Thursday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, the Dow up 228 points, 24,929 is the print. S&P's up 24 points, 0.8% to the upside, 27.97. NASDAQ 100 up 105 points, 73.49. Russell up 8. Semis are up 7. Trannies are up 75. Spot volatility index trading down at 1276, well below its 50-day exponential moving average. Gold's up $3. Silver's up 20 cents. Light sweet crude up 15 pennies as we speak right now. Leading the charge, the upside, the Amazon, $35, nearly 2%. Google slightly behind, $26 the upside, a little over 2%. Intuitive Surgical up $12. Align Technologies up 11. Mercado Libre up about 11. To the downside, Broadcom, AVGO's a ticker symbol up $35, 15%. Valmont Industries down $13, 9%. Netflix off 9, a little over 2%. So we do have things to look at. Of course, I want to look at what you want to look at, and that takes us to our first requester out here. If you take the time, you got priority. If you send me an email, you give me a call, you put in a ping, you got priority. Of course, priority seating says, who gets there first. In this case here, it was Larry. And so Larry, and we'll talk about the markets. We'll be able to get there. Larry says, good afternoon, Steve. I say, good afternoon, Larry. Could you go over oil on today's show using the ETF USO? So let me actually go ahead and pull that up here. Of course, Larry knows I'm probably not going to do as he requests because to probably provide him with the answers he needs, I'm going to need to go take a look at the actual oil contract. But let me go ahead and continue reading his question out here. What are all your charts telling you, and where are the TAS weekly daily support resistance levels in this ETF? So you currently own the SCO, the two-time bear oil ETF for a short, and it says, a short to medium term play is what Larry's looking at. Well, here's your information. So I'm going to give it to you. And that is take a look at the USO and looking at the market profile. So USO, you can see you're below the bottom of the daily box, 1449. You've just traded inside on a weekly basis. The top of the weekly, 1451 is the top of that. The bottom would be 1338. From a monthly standpoint, you're above the top of its monthly profile, 1193. Do any of these profiles matter? Probably not. I think what really matters is trying to understand what's going on in the case of light sweet crude. Now, we can do a couple of things out here. First, let's put over Stevie's Bob system, bullish or bearish. I went ahead and added light sweet crude. Now, I don't have the current contract inside my Ninja Trader system. I'll take care of that this evening. But we can take a look at the continuous contract, and it's just fine with regard to giving what we want to see. Now, you'll see a couple of different futures instruments out here. You see the 4 equity futures contract, the ES, the NQ, the Russell, and the Dow. What I added here, just because you had written in, was the light sweet crude, gold futures, and silver. Now, what you can see out here is an analysis of the 1 hour, 2 hour daily. Interesting. Where's the 5 hour chart? I don't know why. What the heck happened there? I must have deleted something unintentionally. But we do have the 5 hour time frame chart with regard to topping and bottoming signals out here. So it's very helpful because in an instant, I don't have to go take a look at every time frame chart that is of significance, and I can come right to this. So first, with regard to light sweet crude, what I will share with you, we're going to go look at the profiles, but what I can share with you is using Steve's Bob system, bullish or bearish out here. This tells me that on a 1 hour and a 2 hour time frame, you have bottom signal. So you should be anticipating some counter trend rally in your position. That is on those time frames. Well, let's go actually prove the point out here. What do you mean prove the point? Let's go see what it is that those signals are talking about. So in the case of light sweet crude, we said that was going to be, let me make sure I get this right, on the 1 hour and the 2 hour time frame out here. So let's take a look at here we go. So here's the 1 hour time frame. And what we can see is price has been pushing lower, doing it with less relative energy out there. Now, that alone is not a confirmed signal. You don't have a bullish reversal candle. But what this is telling you, Larry, is at least on a 60-minute basis time frame, it's trying to form a bottom. Price still trading below its 60-minute Stevie red line, 69.81. So that is a level that you would want to watch. Close above 69.81. Pretty good chance you're going to get back to the highs out here at about 9 o'clock this morning at about the $71 area. Now let's take a look at the 2 hour time frame chart. See what kind of signal it has. Here is the NQ, by the way. We'll come back to that. You can see, by the way, on a 2 hour time frame, the NQ is moving higher, doing it with less relative energy out there. So that says, something to think about. But we want to come back and take a look at light sweet crude. So let's do that. I'm going to have to put the continuous contract on my screen. That is not a problem for what it is you and I are doing at the moment. So at the moment, we can see, again, price pushing lower, doing it with less relative energy. Is that important to know? Yeah, because when anything makes any type of top and bottom, that is usually how it is accomplished. You do not have the confirmation signal, but this is what is going on as we speak right now. 70.37 would be a number I'd be watching for on the light sweet crude contract. Okay, so we know that on a 2 hour basis, on a 1 hour basis, light sweet crude is trying to form a bottom. Let's come over and take a look at those market profiles for light sweet crude. And what we can see out here, and this is perhaps the most important thing for you to take notice of, it's not the 60-minute, the 240, the daily. It's going to be the weekly time frame chart. As price pushed down into 69.37, that happens to be the point of control on a weekly time frame. What used to be old resistance was 70.48. Really, old resistance is either the center of that box or the top. In this case here, because this was a bullish, bearish structured box out here, when price got above it a couple days ago, price has now come back to test a level of support. I'm going to say be careful. Be careful. You see light sweet crude close above 70.48 today. You can anticipate 71.50 at a minimum. That's what the charts are telling me right now. You're in a good trade. I just wanted to lay it all on the line for you. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back. I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance, David White's daily market letter, gives you trade recommendations based on David's proprietary power law vector indicator that put the odds of success overwhelmingly in your favor. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price for each stock and option trade. David combines his years of trading experience along with his background in technology and computing to offer his subscribers his take on the markets on a daily basis. Every trading day by 9:30, David publishes his morning issue of The Path of Least Resistance, along with updates sent out throughout the week whenever there is new actionable trading information. All new subscribers receive a 30-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee. To sign up for David White's daily trading newsletter right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters.
Steve takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 222, S&P is up 23. So the next question coming in from the den, and the question basically, paraphrased, is now that the NASDAQ 100 is extending past the 73.10 high out here of June, any points in time that the index may rally up into? That's the question. Let's go look specifically at that question and see what it is that we can see out here. Now, we're going to take a look at the NASDAQ 100 index, and what we can see that as price is taken out its prior high was a big old bearish engulfing candle that was old resistance, so one could say that resistance has failed. Of course, we don't know where the close is going to be today. Price closes back underneath that high, then we say, something to think about. But look, you and I have something to think about anyways, because what we can see is that just like we looked at, Larry and I looked at on Lightspeed Crude in the 1 hour, 2 hour time frame chart, the old extended rubber band aspect, when anything we look at, whatever time frame starts to show the Rhodes momentum indicator signal, the hair on the back of your neck, if you have any, should begin to stand up. That alone does not mean, in this case here, you go short the heck out of it. It means you pay attention. It means you pay attention because you know that this could be a topping signal. So that's item number one. We can see that pattern out here. Last time we had that type of a top inside the NASDAQ was back on January 31st. Now, interestingly enough, and I don't know if you believe in coincidences, and I don't know if this is a coincidence, but back on the trading session here as the NASDAQ was making its way to new all-time highs on January 26th, it happened to be a Tom DeMark setup 9 count. Now, those alone do not necessarily identify a change in trend. I'm just saying it just happened back on January 26th. Today, we are going to get a Tom DeMark setup 9 count out here. Looks awfully similar. Does any of that matter? Well, it will matter if you were to see it close below Stevie's, in this case here, his green line. Green line means we have a rising price oscillator above zero. Very bullish. That means you have to close below it in order to say, oh, All right now is 72.44. The number is going to change by a few dollars here and there, but that is a level to be paying attention to. Now, it may be that it finds its mojo, not that it doesn't have many mojo today. I'm not talking about a fax machine, as where they refer to it in the movie Almost Famous. It may, this pattern that we're taking a look at may go away. You may see price, you may see the relative strength index get the type of price movement that it needs to actually move higher with conviction. We're answering the question as of 121. As of 121, this just simply says, okay, interesting. Would I short this? No, I wouldn't short it. Remember, we were looking at what time frame was it? Was it like the 60-minute or 2-hour? Well, all Stevie has to do is look over here. It was a 2-hour time frame. Let me come back to that 2-hour time frame for the NQ out here. It was a NASDAQ. That was a cash indice that you and I were looking at. But let's go take a look at the NQ and take a look at it on a 2-hour time frame, because it too is just simply shooting out the signal or sending out the signal. Just says, be careful. Don't get too caught up into what the price movement is, or you can. I prefer not to. Why do I prefer not to? Because I know how well these signals work. If you take a look at the NQ back on June 28th, when clients and I went long the NQ, now we exited a couple of days ago. And I think I've shared with you those reasons. But you can see the signal that was present there. That's back here on the left-hand side. Let me get the old crosshair out here. There was the signal that was being formed. Now you have the same type of thing potentially occurring at the top. We were very careful to wait for the actual signal to form, to complete, to confirm, just trying to use the proper vernacular out here. So we don't have that yet. But it's something. I'll be watching the 2-hour time frame chart today, tonight, tomorrow, and so forth to see if this turns it. Now, interestingly enough, and again, I don't know if you believe in these coincidences, but as we speak right now, the last 2-hour time frame, which, by the way, completed at 12 noon, happened to be a Tom DeMark 9 setup. Does that matter? Well, I don't know. You know, the last time we saw Tom DeMark 9 setup was at 2 a.m. back when the NQ made its most recent high on July 10th out here. They don't always work, right? They don't always work, because it certainly didn't work that way back at 2000 hours on July 5th, but it certainly did out here back at the 8 a.m. time frame for a change in trend on July 2nd, just as it pretty much did, although it did several bars later, so it doesn't have to happen right on the same bar, June 29th on a 2-hour basis. So what am I looking at? Well, right now, that's what I'm really looking at before I'm trying to figure out because you asked about points in time in the NASDAQ and where could it rally up to. This rally could begin to fade over the coming 24 hours. Don't know that it will. This is the coolest thing about this signal and about having the Bob system, which subscribers get access to, each morning as I sift through what to pay attention to. In fact, I'm going to be doing these white background charts that we have out here are my Ninja Trader charts. eSignal's a data feed, by the way, and I use those eSignal charts as well. But Ninja Trader is going to be sponsoring next Thursday. In fact, next Thursday at 4:15, I believe it is. Well, let's just go right to it. They're going to be, I'll be the host, they'll be the sponsor. Here it's on the homepage of TFNN.com. It's going to be a 30-minute workshop, which is pretty cool. I actually like the so-called 30-minute workshop when I talk to my counterparts over there, because they've changed things up. And they said, hey, you know what? We've gone to like a 30-minute workshop with, 10 to 15-minute question and answer period out there. And I said, I like that. Sounds to me like you guys are following along the TED Talks, and they said, we are. And I said, well, that's cool. Because if you read some of the books that TED Talks groups have put together, what you'll see is they say that your retention span is basically 18 minutes. You've got to get your information out there in 18 minutes if you're trying to teach somebody, or just simply, and in today's day and age with. But anyway, hey, Right now, you can come over to the homepage of TFNN. You can get access to this workshop. It's totally free. You're not putting up a credit. You're not doing anything other than giving your name and an email address. And I don't really care what name you put in there. It could be your Aunt Betsy's name out there. Now, I don't want everybody showing up with Aunt Betsy out there. That would be kind of silly. But what I am saying is it takes basically a couple of clicks in order to attend and understand the Bob system a bit better, and the 3 essential tools that I've used to become that #1 market timer. The other thing that we've done, and let me just click on this page here, because there's going to be, in essence, 2 links out here. The first one up at the top, which will take you right to the Ninja Trader page. They're, in essence, the sponsor of it, so it's being done on their platform. But if you come down to the bottom, you'll see a special offer where I'm opening up the newsletter service for anyone and everyone. Whether you have subscribed to Mastering Probability in the past, it's being opened up, and that will be good through this coming Thursday as well. So if you have been a subscriber, you want to see what's new, now is the time to take a tour. And if you're thinking about becoming a subscriber, well, now is the time to do that as well out there. So with regard to the NQ, this is really what I'm looking at out here. Now, that's the cautious side. What's the non-cautious side inside of the NQ? That's really the question. Well, in order to have that, I need to see this divergence go away. And this is kind of interesting too. The top panel, this is where I really love the equal weighted ETF, QQEW, has not made new all-time highs, unlike the Qs. In the past, that has meant something. So that, combined with the other signals we're looking at, says, something to think about. We'll be right back.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live, and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
TigerTV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. TigerTV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
folks. So right now, what we're looking at here is the four index equity futures contracts, and we can see that each of them, of course, right now, with the exception of the NQ, have been trading in a trading range, a consolidation level out here. The ES Mini, which is the upper right-hand chart, is really testing the upper boundaries of that level. Why is that important? Because when you do break out of a consolidation, your move is equal to or greater than the consolidation. So in coming back and answering that question, really, about what would become, let's say, price targets inside of the NQ. Why didn't that work? I know, because I clicked the wrong thing. Hello, Steve-O. Wake up, pay attention, smell the coffee out there. I don't even know what that means, but I just thought I would say it. So with regard to if this is a real break, and we're going to go try to answer that question, is this a real breakout? Your price projection would be about 76.36. You are at 73.70 right now, so it's a nice move out here. Now, it's the only one that is broken through its consolidation pattern out there. So that's the first thing. That's the bullish side. We've taken a look at some cautionary signals out there. The last one, as we were going to break, take a look at the equal weighted ETF, which has not made a new all-time high. What else do we know? Well, the thing that we know, you and I, we keep this just between ourselves. We don't tell anybody our competitive edge out there. And that is, we always like to know, you know what are traders on the other side of the pond, that could be the eastern pond or the western pond, thinking when they take a look at the NQ? What does it look like on their screens out there? Because we know, you and I and our neighbors are not the only ones trading this indice, this futures contract. And so we like to know what others are looking at. So let's go take a look at it. Here is the NASDAQ. In dollars on the left-hand side, we can see where price is trading above its previous swing point, an all-time high. Needs to close the day above 73.5850. Otherwise, you have a failure at a swing point. What does that mean? Let's not talk about what it means. Right now, it's a breakout. But if we take a look at those folks that are trading the NASDAQ, or the NQ in this case here in euros, they are not generating, they are not making the celebratory high fives out here. They're suspicious. They're saying, well, okay, I see a breakout there. Maybe I ride this up to 63.31. I've got to be cautionary because right now, as far as euros are concerned, I've got a second lower high out here. So no breakout party if you are trading the NQ in euros. Does it matter? Your blank, 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 it matters. You're not the only one. We're not the only one trading this. Now, in Japan, they are out. They're ordering all kinds of Toro with some really great sake because the NQ for them broke out. And now I'm looking at a 5-hour chart, by the way. So just to put this in perspective, but this broke out at about when was this? This was at 4:30, 16:30. So it broke out yesterday on July 11th. So they're like 7-11. Hey, it's breaking out. Let's go party. Now, over in the UK, where our president is, where he's just getting thrashed and trashed, I guess. They got all kinds of protests going on. Well, God bless them. If we take a look at what the NQ is doing, hasn't broken out there. So we do not have yet the worldwide flow, the global flow of cash, and we're using the euro, you're using the yen, we're using pound sterling as our currencies to understand what's going on out here. Kind of puts it in perspective, doesn't it? When we take a look at in the U.S., things have stretched. We've gotten to a Tom DeMark 9 setup. We've got it in a couple different time frames out here. You've got the equal weight, not taking out the prior highs. It does make you say, something to think about. Now, all those cautionary signs can go away. It's like living in Florida. It's like actually looking on your phone app and seeing that there's a thunderstorm, and there usually is, and then it just blows away and blows apart. So, this could occur as well. So that's my thorough 18-minute analysis of the NASDAQ 100 and the NQ, but I hope that it gives you a perspective out there as to, in essence, what Stevie likes to do, which is really try to play liar's poker in looking at the markets and just the signals. And it's the coolest thing, because what you and I can do is we can get rid of the emotion and just come right to the charts and say, hey, what are they communicating to you and I? So we know where the bullish outcome is. We know what that price projection is. And there are things that have to be cleared up in order for this doctor to give it the all clear sign out there. Okay, let's go on to our next question out here. This one's from John F. And John wants to take a look at SQ. Hi, Steve. SQ, what do you see for the next 6 months? And 6 months. Boy, nothing like a little pressure here when we take a look at the SQ. So let's look at the SQ on a daily, the weekly, the monthly time frame out here. And the SQ is above all profile levels. So that's bullish out here. It's not above a prior swing point. So we're going to go try to measure that out here. Let's take a look at the daily time frame. And because it's trading in that swing point, John, you know what you'd like to do, you'd like to see a trade in there with some volume. Well, that swing on June 21st has about 10 million shares, 9.999482 to be exact out there. And if we take a look at what we're doing today, about 4.4 million shares, it's moving in with some pretty nice volume. If we multiply this times 2, which would kind of be unfair, we'd be at that 9 million, not 9.999. So, but nonetheless, if Square finishes inside of 66.27, it will go test the high, 69.40. If it takes out that high and it does it with volume, then you've got another confirmed A to B equals CD to the upside. It's a doozy if I take a look at the daily time frame chart out here. So let me just do that. When I say doozy, I'm using the low, John, of April 25th. I'm using the high that we just took a look at June 21st, and about a 0.382 retracement, 38.94 to be exact out here, the trading session of June 28th. You take out 69.40, you do it with volume. What I would see occur, now I don't know if it's the next 6 months, but certainly, you know, through August, let's just say out here, easily 85.08, 92.06, something along those lines. What if it doesn't take it out and it fails to take out that swing point? Well, then you've got, you know, a bit of sideways consolidation chop that's going on between, really at this stage here, you'd have to guess 59.40 to 69.40, about a $10 trading range out there. That's what I see. The monthly chart, unfortunately for you and I, doesn't do us a whole lot of good. This thing has just been one Eiffel Tower. Hey, but how do you like that call that I made yesterday on the Belgium-England game? Some of you heard that because I got a few emails that said, how did you do that? My call was that England would win if they had the game in normal time, in regular time, in the 90-minute, you know, plus the add-on minutes out there. And in overtime, it would be Croatia. And that was the outcome of the game out there. Anyways, I'm looking forward to watching Sunday's game. And speaking of now, you got France out here against Croatia. If you look at this is the so-called Eiffel Tower program for Square. And in a monthly chart, there's just nothing here that's going to assist you or I, John, with regard to where it's going. We can look at the weekly time frame chart, and we can see it made the 1-to-1 A to B equals CD, and it kind of stalled there at 68.04. But it's very positive this week, John, if this closes above 65.33. Preferably, though, you want to see it take out its most recent high. I hope that helps you out. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. Dow's up 208, S&P 22. We're coming right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-Shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus, developed by John Logan and his team, is a standalone piece of software that can change the way you trade. Let the TAS Profile Scanner work for you by scanning over 5,000 financial instruments such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner Plus right at TFNN.com. And when you sign up, you gain instant access to John Logan's most recent webinar, How Price, Volume, and Time Make Market Profiles So Unique. This hour-long webinar with John Logan will walk you through the most powerful features of the scanner and how you can use it to become a more successful and profitable trader. You pay absolutely nothing for 30 days while you try out this software risk-free. For more information on the TAS Profile Scanner and to get your 30-day free trial today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So a question comes in from Seattle. Says, hi, Steve. Not sure if you've covered Citi at the beginning of the show, which I haven't, but I'm thinking about taking a gamble. We want to take gambles around here. We want to properly speculate. I usually don't take trades on earnings, but I was thinking about buying some July at the money calls on Citi and selling within the first 15 minutes of the open. Okay, so let's just go take a look at this Citi and see what it is that we know here. So when we start by just taking a look at the daily, weekly, and the monthly time frame charts out here, we can see on a daily basis that price is above the top of its box out there, 67.80. So you can say that's okay, but we can see it's really trading up into resistance out here. Resistance out here tomorrow is going to be the high of June 11th, which is 69.17, the high of July 10th, which is 69.35 out here. That's your resistance zone. Period. End of story. On a weekly basis, and the week is not over inside of Citi, resistance has been 67.73 or at 68.36. I don't know if it's going to close the week above that. If it doesn't, what Citi is telling you is it's going to go ahead and move lower, maybe even do an A to B equals CD to the downside. So that's a pattern that could be in play out here. Let me show you what that pattern would look like. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but you know, in essence, you're asking me the question: is it possible that Citi would trade back to 59.14? Yes, it's even more possible if it closes underneath 67.73 out here. Now, the volume that I used for my B point was 102 million shares, and price got down below with 98 million shares back on the week of June 11. So, you know, it's an iffy one. Even last week, there was 109 million shares inside of this equity. So it's not how you really like to see a bottom formed reject. You like to see lighter volume out here. The monthly, you know, isn't necessarily going to help you. Prices right now trading above the top of or the bottom of its monthly box, 67.19. You're getting 68.37 out here. So is the call clear? What I can tell you is certainly we can see that Citibank is at support. I can also share with you that as it was making its most recent low, this is back here on June 26th, it was really the trading session for June 28th. It just happens to be the day that subscribers and I took that long position out here. So no wonder. It's really when you got your signal to take a long position. Now, at that stage, we haven't seen like a ton of price movement. It's not bearish, but it's also not exactly bullish because of the resistance that we know that exists out here when you and I take a look at Citi. We also know that its price oscillator on a daily basis is below zero out here. So when you said you were going to take a gamble, I would say that is the proper word out here. I would say, yeah, you're definitely gambling on this one. There probably would be, because you're gambling that this thing is going to move higher. And I just don't know that you and I can say that about this equity with any kind of conviction out here. Lastly, what is it doing today? Not much. Got 7 million shares. Last time it moved higher was 17 million shares back on July 10th, just a few days ago. So best of luck to you on that gamble. I could just be totally wrong. It won't be the last time, and it isn't the first time, but maybe there's a better play out there that just has a better probability as opposed and less of course, I use the word gamble, speculation, and so forth. Look, what you're looking for is some patterns and things that are on your side in order to give you an edge out there. And right now, at least with regard to the tools that Stevie uses, I just don't see that edge as of 1:46 in the afternoon. So I hope that helps you out. What else do we want to take a look at? That's it for the question. So if you've got a question, I'd get it in real quickly, just because I can't control the ISPs out there, and I hate to have you write in a question and then just simply comes in after the show is over. I don't see anything else inside the Tiger's Den. So what to do? What to do? What to do? What to do? I tell you what to do. Let's take a look at some of these stocks here that are moving. Since the theme today has been the NDX 100, I suppose. Why don't we take a look at Apple, up $3, trading out at 190. What is Apple doing at this level? I'm trying to do two things at once out there, and that's a problem. I have not looked at the IBB, so we can do that for our polar bear. Let's first take a look at Apple since we started it. So you're moving higher today. You've got 10 million shares. Previously, was up here a couple of days ago with 15 million shares. So you got pretty good volume. Hasn't taken out that swing point as we speak just yet. So I don't know. What's it doing on a weekly basis out here? Weekly time frame, been pretty much consolidating. In essence, high-level consolidation, most certainly, ever since April 30th, 2018. What's the positive on a daily basis for Apple? Well, what the positive is that today it's back above Stevie's green line, and it says, but it's got some resistance at the 193 level. Doesn't say it's going to go lower. Says if it goes higher, it probably should find resistance at about the 193.48 level. Hey, let's put up the IBB out here since our favorite polar bear asked about it. And if the IBB is trading at 117.17 right now, let me put it in over here. IBB. It's 117.90. What it is doing is it's moving higher, doing less relative energy. That's what this chart here shows, right? Is that a problem? Can be a problem. It can be a problem if, in fact, it generates some type of bearish reversal candle. Not likely to happen today. Today is likely to be the time to mark setup 8 count, and then tomorrow perhaps could be the 9 count. And just like in, sometimes that is a technical knockout. So so that's a bit of a concern. Let's go take a look at volume inside the IBB as it tests a prior swing point that seemed to set up perhaps its own sideways consolidation area. And I'm referring to January 29th, 18 million shares. You're up with 9.8 million shares as we speak right now. So I'd say if you're an IBB, you have to be careful. Does not mean it won't take out or at least test 119.30 because you're trading inside that bearish engulfing key reversal type session out there. Likely to go test that high, but it is moving higher, doing it with less relative energy. I would say, just be careful in taking a look at the daily time frame chart. Let's switch this over to the weekly chart and see what we've got here on a weekly basis. And what we've got is really not much. Nothing here for me to shake a stick at. out there other than it's trading up into resistance, but I suppose we already knew that. So offer some new information, Steve-O. I would if I could, but I can't, and so I won't. Let me see. Anybody else? Scott sent in a question. What's your opinion for a short-term trade for LVS? Let's go take a look at Las Vegas Sands. I say the trade is head on out there. Spend some time in Vegas. Nothing wrong with that. Eat at a couple of those finer diners in Las Vegas. See a couple of the shows, and and I always like to bet on the hard 10. Do you like the hard 10 as well? Of course, sometimes it craps out. But we're going to take a look at Las Vegas Sands, which gapped down about a week ago or so with some big volume in it. Not looking good there. Down below daily and weekly profiles, not necessarily looking good there either. But I'll see if I can further my opinion, Scott, when we get back from this break.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's TigerTV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors.
This is David White. Stay tuned because coming up next is the Power Trading Hour right here on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. So as we finish off taking a look at Las Vegas Sands out here for Scott, and Scott was looking for a short-term play, any kind of signal out here, even though it had that gap to the downside, handful of days back, trading sessions ago, which was big. What it was doing potentially was complete an A to B equals CD to the downside. Now, it actually confirmed that pattern on the trading day here of July 6th when it created this so-called Morning Star, three-river Morning Star named after Oda Nobunaga out there. But even though it has done that, Scott, it needs to close above, price needs to close above Stevie's red line. And that price is 73.89. So the signal at this stage, even though it's formed a bullish pattern, in essence, a Gartley buy pattern out here, it needs to prove itself before you would want to go ahead and enter in on a trade here. And the only way to prove itself is to get above Stevie's red line, 73.89. You're 73.29 right now. And without that, you just don't have a trade out there, certainly a short-term trade. So I hope that helps you out. If you do go to Las Vegas Sands, I say go down the street to the MGM and eat at the Morimoto Japanese restaurant there. They've got a great selection of fish, fun place. They're not too expensive out there. That's what I would recommend. And order a bottle at the Psy 23. You will love it. Now, look, folks, as I mentioned, if you didn't catch the show earlier, I've got a workshop that I'm doing on behalf of Ninja Trader. It is next Thursday, 4:15 in the afternoon. It's going to be a 30-minute workshop, and everybody can come to the workshop. It is very simple. Click on the homepage of TFNN.com. It'll take you to the sign-up page out there, trying to get there. And you'll see right at the top, click here to go to the Ninja Trader page. They're the ones, in essence, that are sponsoring it. You just give them here. I'll show you. All you have to do, click on it. You're just putting in your name and an email address, and boom, you're registered, and you don't have to be notified of their upcoming workshop. You don't have to be a Ninja Trader user or subscriber out there. And then don't forget, at the bottom of that sign-up page out there, you can go ahead and sign up for Stevie's newsletter service, Mastering Probability. It doesn't matter if you've been a subscriber in the past or not. You still have that great 30-day money-back guarantee offer. Have a great Thursday, folks. We'll see you on Fabulous Friday. Take care.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.